Why do Destonians shave off their hair? Well, they shave their hair to stand for oneness and equality. Oneness as the substance of which our physical body is made of, and equality as in being equals to each other. A Destonian shaves his or her hair through directing him or herself to see that visibly standing for oneness and equality is only common sense. And self-willed, a Destonian shaves repeatedly his or her hair from the day when he or she is in full awareness and shaves it the first time. And it's only to remind him or herself of the stance they've been taken, and they will not stop shaving till world equality is here. The Estonians will not shave their hair whenever they're not yet ready to take this self-willed action, or when their job doesn't allow it. Shaving one's hair is in itself only simply taking hair off one's head. It's nothing more and nothing less. Though shaving off the definitions that are entangled in the hair is a totally different story. Hair stands for a lot of concepts in this world. When I started considering to shave off my hair, I had first to figure out how ego was involved within my hair. Because ego takes on many forms and personalities, and hair is one of its tools to keep one within a situation and to absolutely not change, and not to consider that enslavement is what allows us in our current state of mind. It's the programming, and I found out that changing my look, that was fine with my ego, but self-willed removing my hair from its definitions, that resulted in inner turmoil. My mind convinced me that I would lose my identity once I would look only just like me, the being who I am, without all the extras and the distractions. But after shaving off my definitions, there was no purpose anymore for identity. It was simply a lie from my ego, just to scare me, to not look self-honestly inside myself. Then I started to fear that my bald head would leave me all alone in this world. No one would want to communicate with me anymore, and what would people think of me? These fears gave me the opportunity to see that I only valued myself through others, that I had no solid ground that was called me, I, who trusted me for making non-abusive decisions in my life. And after I shaved my head, I started working on this self-trust to remove the wrapped up polarities, the ones of they love me not, they love me not. The first fear of non-acceptance came in full practice when my mind convinced me that I would lose all when I would shave my head. I would lose my partner, my children, my parents, my job, and ultimately myself. The biggest bullshit I have ever heard, so lucky enough I didn't buy into it. And I started off with cutting my hair short. Within making the self-willed decision to shave my hair, a lot of emotions started hunting me. I certainly feared no longer to be accepted, which made no sense at all. If acceptance of me is in my hair, then I'd rather not spend time with those who see me as a walking hair. But once my head was shaved, it was indeed a nice mechanism to see who were able to see me for me and what I stand for, and those who couldn't. It separated the bullshitters from the non-bullshitters. The feelings of fear and loss were so real that I allowed them to direct me. until the moment that I saw how my mind was just joking around with me. Every time I was sucked into the mind, the feelings looked so real and just too much to cope with. While in reality, I could see that shaving my head couldn't be so emotional. It was simply hair. Then, when I finally shaved my head, I was ready to shave off the definitions of hair, of my hair. Being bald brought me in a certain way back to reality, just in touch again with my senses. Because when it's cold, I'm really aware of it. The same with warmth or heat. A breeze through my head, really feeling my head. Or the touch of my hand on my head, the touch of another on my head. Water on my head, wind, a breeze, the sensation of shaving even. It's all real and keeps me out of my head, out of my mind. So it was quite an interesting journey I took to shave my head and to stand for oneness and equality. A confrontation with self, until today, but not as in a turmoil as it was before. Now it's just a reminder of why I shave and where I stand for.